Hey everyone, Val here, and this morning instead of starting out at breakfast I thought I would just do a little cook with me, chat kind of thing going on. So my grandson Gavin turned 20 this week. He's going to come and spend the weekend with us, so I'm going to go pick him up because he doesn't drive yet. But I'm going to make a Mexican lasagna because he loves Mexican, and that's what's going to be for dinner. I'm not really going to do a cooking recipe, but I am going to kind of let you hang out with me while I cook and see what I'm doing. So the first thing I did was just put some olive oil in my pan, and I have cut up some onions and sweet peppers and some garlic, and I'm just going to saute these. And I'm going to use ground beef. I have a pound or so, about a pound and a half, pound and a quarter of ground beef. And I also am going to put refried beans in it. And I kind of, as I cook the peppers up, once they're sauteed up, I add the ground beef to it. Once the ground beef is cooked and drained, then I'm going to add the refried beans to it. So I'm going to have like a beef and bean mixture. So I think that'll be good. I made some cookies. We have a cooking collab coming up. The theme is chocolate. Life is a box of chocolates, and that's going to be coming up on Sunday the 18th. I believe it's the 18th or the 17th, whatever that Sunday is. That video will be coming out. That video, the recipe is out of our family cookbook, and I know some of y'all wanted some recipes out of our family cookbook, so I thought that I would share one of the recipes for this month's collab, and I've already made them this morning. I'm hoping that Gavin will like them. I asked him what he wanted for a dessert for his birthday, and he said he didn't know, he didn't care. So I thought I would do the chocolate cookies because I needed to do those for the collab anyway. And I'll see if he likes them. I'll let him try them out. The baby and mama, new grandbaby number 5 is doing very well. Mama is, recuperating from having a baby and doing the best she can. But they did say that we can now share some pictures, so I'm going to insert a couple pictures in the video right about here. Isn't he beautiful? His name is Colby Shea, and he showed up a little over a week ago, probably about a week and a half or so ago. And we are more than happy to have him. He's our grandbaby number 5. So we're going to be doing a little more spoiling of grandchildren, which I'm very thrilled about. So I'm going to turn my heat down to a medium here, and I'll let you see what I got going on. It's not a whole lot right now. I'm just sauteing these up. Now the only other thing I need to do when I finish doing this and putting it aside is I got to make up the bed in the spare bedroom upstairs for Gavin, because he'll be spending 2 nights with us, and that should be about it. I'll just put this in the refrigerator. I'll go pick him up. He lives about an hour and a half away, and I will pick him up and bring him home and have this and the cookies, and then we'll kind of just hang out, I guess. I don't know what he wants to do. He didn't really say he wanted to do anything, and he just likes to kind of hang out when he's here. So that'll be good. I'm waiting for summer because he wants to go fishing. He loves to fish. So he works in a school, so he'll have some time off in the summer to maybe spend a week or so with us, which would be very, very cool. I'm just going to let this cook for a little bit longer. Just make sure it's sauteed up nicely. I finished the work in my pantry. I finished the shelves. I did go online and order some shelf brackets, like the L brackets, to keep the post that holds the shelf up, to keep it stable so it doesn't go back and forth. So I did order some L brackets, and then the top shelf I'm going to take the leg off that and put large L brackets on that, because I don't like the way the leg looks. But besides that, it's ready to go, and I'm ready to start organizing and getting some food put back into the pantry, getting some of my cabinets cleaned out, and reorganizing my kitchen so it flows a little bit better for me. So I'm really excited that my pantry is almost done. So as you can see, this is cooked up really nicely. I'm going to go ahead and add the ground beef. Now, if you were making this and you wanted to add something else, you know, recipes can be altered any way you want to alter them. And as you know, if you hang out at my channel, if I'm cooking ground beef, I'm going to add some Worcestershire sauce to it. I always put a generous portion of Worcestershire in there to give it some little bit of extra flavor going on. And I'm going to saute this up. Now for my Weight Watcher folks out there, I got a little article on protein that I was reading. And it was saying, you know, that you need protein at every meal. That's what my nutritionist told me anyway, or nutritionist told me to make sure I had some protein at every meal. But they say that meat is a good source of protein, but besides meat, you need to have other proteins. Like meat should only be like 50% of your daily protein. The rest should come from like eggs or milk or dairy products, lentils, chickpeas, red beans, whole grains, tofu, nuts like almonds and hazelnuts, and walnuts. Those are all good proteins. I do keep cheese sticks because I eat cheese sticks as a protein sometimes if I need to add a protein. I do have some nuts like almonds, the little individual packs of almonds. Besides cheese, I don't really drink milk, but I do like milk products, like yogurt. Yogurt's very good for you. And I do eat yogurt a lot of times for lunch. Sometimes for breakfast, if I'm eating oatmeal, I'll add yogurt to it and maybe some raisins or bananas or some kind of a fruit. But that's all good. It does say to avoid coffee and tea around mealtime, before and after, during meals, because it contains polyphenols. And they interfere with the intake of iron, with your iron intake. But the rice with the beans it helps your iron, so it helps your iron intake. This is how my beef mixture is looking right now. There's really not even a lot of grease in there. This hamburger must have been a very low-fat hamburger, because I'm not seeing much at all as far as grease in there. Alright. No, not really much in there at all. I'm going to open up my refried beans and we're going to add that in. Alright, I have a can of my refried beans here. This is a great value. I believe that's Walmart. So I'm just going to add those in there. I did cut this down on low, so it's not really cooking. It's just going to warm it up a little bit so it mixes up in there good. Now I serve this once it's made and we put it in the oven and the cheese, you know, melt the cheese and everything in there and warm it back up. I serve it with lettuce and sour cream and salsa and some tortilla chips, anything that you would put like in a taco salad or something. Anything you like on your tacos. Guacamole, you could have guacamole or salsa verde. We like to have salsa verde on mine. So that's looking pretty good. Now if you had more meat, you were making a bigger portion, you could add more refried beans, but I think this is probably a good mixture. So what I need is my taco seasoning, because we want to make sure we got a good flavor in there. So I have some taco seasoning here, and I'm going to just give it a nice healthy dose. Now this recipe actually came from somebody in Steve's family that they gave him a variation of this recipe, and I kind of put it to suit what we like. I do like a lot of spice, so that spice is gonna like sit in there and flavor everything up, along with the onions and the garlic and the peppers. Alright, that's going to be one of our base layers for our Mexican lasagna here. Let's go put it together. I'm using a round casserole dish for my lasagna. So I'm going to spray it with cooking spray. I'm using regular flour tortillas. So basically I'm just going to put the tortilla in there. You can trim it down to fit better. Or you can use a bigger bowl. You can use a square bowl and just kind of fit it into the square bowl if you want to. But I'm just going to trim this bottom layer because it's a little bit big. There are smaller tortillas you can use too, but I'm going to use what I have. I'm still trying to do the pantry challenge. Even though January's over, I still have things I want to use up before I buy new stuff. So I'm still working out of my freezers and out of my pantry the things that I have, because I want to get this kitchen better organized. Alright, so that's pretty good for the bottom layer. I can add a little more of this around the edges so it doesn't go to waste. That won't hurt it a bit. Alright, and then I'm going to put a layer of my beef and beans. I'm going to try to do probably 3 layers. So I'll just cut this into 3. Now if you wanted to put some salsa in with this, you know, tomatoes or something, you could do that too. Steve is not a big fan of tomatoes. I would definitely, if I was cooking this for me, I would throw some like diced tomatoes in here. I think that would be amazing to have a layer of the diced tomatoes and a layer of the sauce. I'm using taco blend cheddar cheese. You can use sharp cheddar, any kind of cheese you like. But this is what I have. I did buy another pack of the cheddar because I wasn't sure how much cheese I had left in the refrigerator. So I'll put a nice portion on there. Now if you don't want to add tomatoes in here because maybe somebody doesn't like tomatoes in your family, I'd serve it on the side. I'm going to serve it on the side anyway. So let me just take some of the edges off this before I put it in the pan here. Just a little bit. Just make it fit better, make it prettier. Are y'all ready for Valentine's Day? Have you got something for your significant others out there? There we go. That's a pretty layer. Just put a little extra on the side there. Alright, I'm going to do another layer of the beans. Hopefully I have enough. Now I can make some more if I have to, or just do a layer of just beans. But I think that should be good for this layer. I would use at least 1.5 pounds of hamburger to do this size. I pack my hamburger in about 1.25 ounces, 1.5 ounces. I mean, 1.25 pounds to 1.5 pounds. Alright, I think that's probably pretty good. We'll have enough for one more layer. So nothing much else is going on today. I have to leave the house about 1:30 to pick up Gavin. Well, no, 2 o'clock, because I got to pick him up by 3:30. It's about 1.5 hours. So 2 o'clock. So after I finish this and I make the bed upstairs, that's going to give me time to do a few crafts in the craft room. I do have a couple of things that I'm working on. I don't know if they'll be ready. I'll show them to you maybe tomorrow, because this video is kind of going to be long probably. So I won't drag it out any longer. But if you made it this far, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe if you want to. And make sure to leave me a comment. Tell me if you're ready for Valentine's Day. Tell me what you're doing this weekend, if you're doing anything fun. Alright, I should have enough to finish this layer. And like I said, we're going to serve it with sour cream and lettuce and tomatoes and salsa verde. I like the salsa verde. And sour cream and chips, the tortilla chips, anything you would eat with Mexican food. We have a variety of stuff I serve this with, and then whoever's eating with us can just put whatever they want on it. Once this is done, I'm going to top it with cheese one more time like I would do lasagna. Once it's done, I'm going to put the cover on it and pop it in the refrigerator. And when I get home, I'll put it on 350 and just cook it till it's hot again. The cheese is all melted. So that looks like it's done. So all I gotta do is add my last layer of cheese. And I know Gavin will like this. And I know Steve will like it, because he's the one that gave me the recipe way back when we were first married, and said it was one of his family recipes and that he liked it. So I've been making it ever since. I do have another bag of cheddar cheese. I'm just going to add a little cheddar cheese on the top. I missed the trash. There we go. We'll put a nice generous layer of cheese on there. And that should be good. There you go. What do you think? We'll get it cooking up. And that's going to be it for today. That's going to be it for me for today. Thank you for hanging out with me while I cook my dinner. I'm gonna just wash up the pot that I use for cooking, and I'm probably gonna work on my pantry a little bit, just getting some stuff put into the pantry a little bit organized, and see if I need any containers, and I can go to the store probably tomorrow or sometime this weekend to pick up some containers if I need them, to get myself a little more organized. But that's it for today. Thank you all for watching, hanging out with me. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed and you want to, and remember, it's all about the adventure. Leave me a comment, and I will catch you on tomorrow's video. Bye now.